Hello, and welcome back to Movie Theater Explorer. This is Brent, your Movie Theater Explorer here. Today, this is not my regular podcast episode. What I'm doing today is just doing a quick home theater experience review. I've been doing a lot of posting of these on my Facebook page. I thought I would record a couple like this, just kind of experiment with a couple of things. I've done a couple of these, so I'm just taking another shot at this. But today, the one I'm going to be focusing on is on Speed Racer, which has recently come out on 4K Ultra HD. So, um, let me first talk about the movie. I actually did get to see this movie back in theaters back in 2008 when it came out. I was actually working at a Carmike movie theater at the time. My first weekend working at one or working at the theater was when Iron Man first came out. So, right before my first shift, I got invited to join a group of employees to watch Iron Man. So, we watched it on a Thursday morning before they did the evening showings at night. And so, basically, what I did was I we would preview movies, and us as employees would join managers to watch them. This was I don't know what the rules are or anything like that these days. This is just how it was back in the day when I was working there. But anyway, so my second weekend, we watched Speed Racer. We watched it on a Thursday after midnight when all the final showings had played, and we were previewing the movie. And so a group of us would join in to watch the movie, um, and I saw the trailers beforehand. I was familiar with some of the cartoon show when they did air a few episodes in the early 2000s. So I did see some of it. I was familiar with a bit of it. So I mean, I was kind of knowing what to expect on maybe a few of the characters. Um, but yeah, this was definitely a very wacky movie, and I remember like the I remember just totally being totally like bonkers and everything, but all in a good way for me. I actually did enjoy this movie. I had a fun time. The group that I was with, we all had a fun time watching it. And of course, the movie didn't do well at the box office, and it kind of disappeared for a while after that. But I did rent the DVD when I got it off Netflix to watch the DVD. This was before the streaming days, so and again, I only watched it off my laptop when I rented it. So, and then the next time I had watched it was a year later when I attended university, and we did watch it for a film class. So, um, yeah, it was definitely, um, definitely a very unique. We studied it for production design, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, it was so it was kind of cool to see it like it was used for film classes or for a film class, and so it's really intriguing. It's kind of interesting to think that, but yeah, but no, I so it had been years since I last watched it, but I do think it's very well designed. Like it's and a lot of the people do take shots on just how just very distinct the visual design is, and it's all intentional. Like it's very clean, like it's done digitally, shot in front of a green screen, but there's a sense of like how it's edited, how it's transitioned and everything to kind of give that anime feel that the original ones had. So, and yeah, if you watch it, just like the designs, like the colors are very bright, very much primary colors basically. So, and it's like the designs are extremely well done. The visual effects definitely like rewatching it, I'm like, it definitely has like the 2000s style to it. So, but again, I think understanding where some of the limitations are, but I still think they did a great job on trying to utilize that. Performances are good. Um, I yeah, obviously the performances are very much grounded into this world that is created. So, um, but definitely very entertaining for that. Definitely um, over the top in many areas. Certain parts where it dials it back just a little bit for certain moments, but still feels like it belongs in this world that has been crafted. So, um, the sound design's actually really good. And yeah, the just how it's utilized, especially in the home theater that I was watching it in, it was just. I'll get to that more when I talk about the home theater presentation, but it's still really well designed. The choice of the sounds and everything, and the mixing of it's really well done. And and yeah, the editing choices obviously all this is by design, and the Wachowskis very much knew what they wanted to get, and um, were able to craft it the way they wanted to do it. And like honestly, it's a very impressive movie. It's very impressive visually. It's got a good story, but the visual audio experience is definitely very impressive, and I feel like is one of those movies that helped push a lot of the digital filmmaking. And I know we make comments about certain movies feeling like live action cartoons. I think this is a very early and a very um, textbook example of a live action cartoon. And I think they do a great job with that. Obviously, how is this movie going to appeal to a lot of people? Um, I know it got missed by a lot of people in theaters. I know there's some people that have watched it and it's not for them. Um, I am trying to think the best way to recommend it. Like it's one of those like rewatching it. I had a fun time. I I had a fun time watching it. It's not one of my favorite movies ever, but it is definitely a really fun time to watch. It is definitely like it's just well designed, and just the design choices are great and well thought. Like I've said, as far as recommendations concerned, those that have watched the trailer that have an interest in this and do like the anime from the '60s, I think it's from the '60s. I do recommend it for them for sure. Um, Anyone that just like knows what to expect from it and totally just wants to experience it, heard the word from it, I do recommend giving this a shot. I think it's worth taking a look into. Um, so those are some of my thoughts on the movie. I'm going to move to the 4K Ultra HD disc and talk about the home theater presentation. I watched this in my dedicated home theater and I thought it looked great. I thought the home theater presentation was very satisfying. Actually, more than satisfying, it was definitely excellent. It was an excellent home theater presentation. Or yeah, um, basically the 4K picture. It is a 2K upscale, but I still thought it looked great on a projected screen. Um, and the colors are awesome. Just the amount of colors and just how everything looked and just looking on screen just is just really cool. And yes, it's got that cartoony look and feel to it. It's intentional, and I think they stay true to that style throughout the whole movie, and is definitely just it looks like visually incredible on screen for what it was going through. And yeah, the colors are great, details look good, um, scale looks good, and everything. And then also, what was very impressive was the Dolby Atmos track. It sounded great as well. Like I could just hear like the car panning all over, the soundscape, all that, and sound effects are well utilized, well placed over. Even when some of the announcers, when they're panning from one end of the screen to the other, you can hear being moved all over. It's just really cool. Um, and it's definitely got a lot of power. Like the engines have power. It's not something that's going to knock the doors down, but it is something very impressive, very well designed. Definitely does carry that power. The score also sounds really good in the soundscape of the home theater. So I I was very like overall this was an awesome home theater experience. I was very impressed. For those that are fans of this movie, I highly recommend picking up this movie on 4K Ultra HD. This is worth getting. This definitely has an excellent home theater presentation on it with the picture and audio, the 4K picture and the Dolby Atmos audio being great. And just, yeah, I was very impressed with it. And yeah, so, anyway, those are just my thoughts on Speed Racer. I will be back probably in the next few days with my next podcast episode. But for those that have tuned into this, I appreciate your time checking my thoughts on the Speed Racer home theater experience on 4K Ultra HD. And again, this is Brent with Movie Theater Explorer signing off.